We're still getting used to the recent changes in Pokemon Go with the rework of the events, but we're in for a big week this week, so get ready to bug out, and most importantly, another research day. So without further delay, let's cover everything you need to know. Starting off on Monday the 16th, we have Dynamax Phalanx. Now this isn't a new Dynamax, but we can't have a new Dynamax every week, so that's fine. And remember, if you're taking part in this hour, make sure you check into Campfire. I believe all you need to do then is complete 2 Dynamax battles, catch 1 Dynamax, and power 10. If you do so, you can collect 800 free particles. You're essentially getting back the particles you use. You'd be silly not to. Tuesday the 17th, we have Showcase Day again. Now last week I managed to come first twice and fourth. In my opinion, the rewards weren't very great. It looked similar to when you win a one-day showcase. I don't think it makes up for the 2 showcases we had a week. This may get reworked. I still need to do a little bit more research to make sure that I'm not wrong. But you have up to 20 different types to get into the showcases. You can have Great Buddy or higher, that kind of thing. So make sure you get into them. You're still going to get some form of free rewards. In my opinion, it's still worth taking part. For Wednesday, Zamazenta will appear in Raid Hour on March the 18th. The Hundo for it will be 21.88 and 27.35 in cloudy weather. This is similar to Zacian last week. And the best counters will be Mega Rayquaza and a Mewtwo. Now, this is a great way to try and get a Hundo Shield Zamazenta, so you definitely won't want to miss out on that. Now going back to Tuesday, we're going to have the Bug Out 2026 event. It's going to be between the 17th at 10 AM and Monday the 23rd at 8 PM. Now this is always an event that I've loved for several reasons. Bugs are generally easy to catch. I actually find the shinies quite nice. And additionally, the evolve cost for them is quite cheap. So stuff like Caterpie, if you catch it with a Pineapple, you're talking 6 candy you've caught. If you evolve, you get a 7th for it. Then you bin, you get an 8th. For a Pokemon that only costs 12 to evolve, you can really power through some evolves and get a lot of XP long term. Especially because I believe that the excellence are really easy to hit on them. So to actually cover the details of the event, first things first, let's cover the shiny aspect. Now, we're going to have a shiny debut of Sizzlipede and Centiskorch. Personally, I think it's just a decent shiny. It's not incredible, but it's one to add to your collection. There's also going to be an increased shiny chance for Paraz, Combee and Cutiefly. Now in terms of spawns, in the wild you may encounter Caterpie, Dwebble, Sizzlipede, Nimble, and if you're lucky, Scyther. Now for lures, lure modules will attract different Pokemon every 2 days. So the first 48 hours you're going to be getting Paraz and Sizzlipede, the next 48 hours is Cutiefly and Sizzlipede, and the final 48 hours is Combee and Sizzlipede. So you can see there's a lot of emphasis on Sizzlipede. Now the bonuses are that different Pokemon will be attracted to regular lure modules than usual, as I've listed above. Paraz, Combee and Cutiefly attracted to these lures will have an increased chance of shiny. Additionally, if you reach the following milestones on the Go Pass, you will unlock the following bonuses. So Tier 1, it's 2 times XP for successfully catching with nice throws or better. For Tier 2, it's 2 times candy for catching. And if you've bought the Deluxe Pass, it's 3 times candy for catching. Now, arguably the biggest thing for this event will be that a whole family will debut. That's going to be Blipbug, Dottler, and Orbeetle. You're going to require 25 Blipbug candy to evolve to Dottler, and then 100 to evolve Dottler to Orbeetle. Now, as per usual, the Scopely events, there's going to be both a Go Pass and a Go Pass Deluxe. The usual pass itself will be free, but then you'll be able to get the deluxe version for the equivalent of $4.99. You will also be able to buy an additional 6 ranks on top of that if you get the deluxe pass for the price of $6.99. But honestly guys, I would say save your money. You can easily earn those ranks for free. I don't see why we should give them free money that we don't need to. You can save it for much better things. As an example, that $2 difference would get you the research ticket for the research day for free. So, in my opinion, avoid it unless you just don't care and you can spend on whatever you want. Then that's up to you. Now, rewards for these passes will give encounters with Blipbug and other event-themed Pokemon, Stardust, XP, lure modules, Great Balls, and more. Now, additionally, upgrading it to the Deluxe Pass will net you even more encounters, premium battle passes, lure modules, Rare Candy XL, and other rewards. In terms of raids for the event, 1 stars will have Blipbug, 3 stars will have Pinsir, Scizor and Cleavor. Now there will additionally be research available for this event, but at the time of me recording this, those haven't been released in terms of details. Now, before I move on to the final event, please remember that Paras and Combi are boosted dust catches, so prioritize them as much as you can. You can make huge dust gains, power your teams, especially when we're talking Combi, you can make some huge dust on those. Also, as one final note to myself, I really need to remember to grind Combi. I still have never had a female Combi shiny. I'm the only person I know that doesn't have one, and it's driving me insane. So I need to remember to grind that. And now finally on to Research Day. Research Days are historically 1 in 10 shiny odds, which gives you your best chance of a Shundo. So as long as Scopely's recent shiny odds rework hasn't affected this, which I don't think they would have been silly enough to do so, we'll be able to work and grind for those Shundos. And for the first time ever, and for the first time I can remember, we're going to be having a replay of previous Research Days. So this Research Day was done separately in 3 different forms. So we had Feebas January 2019, Clamperl February 2019, and Lotard March 2019. So 7 years later, we're bringing it back as a combined one. I'm not upset with this move personally. It's been so many years, I'm totally open to this. So let's move on to the details. Now the event itself will be on Saturday 21st 2 till 5 PM. The featured Pokemon in Research will be Lotard, Feebas and Clamperl, the ones I've already mentioned. The wild spawns themselves will be Magikarp, Chinchou and Mareanie. Now obviously the increased shiny odds will be for Lotard, Feebas and Clamperl. Now in terms of Research, they haven't released the details of the tasks yet at the time I'm recording, but I imagine it'll be the same as the usual ones. So we're talking nice throws, great throws, battle a gym, walk 1k, etc. So just mix up the ones we've had previously. They may also throw in some party challenges. I believe they did that in the last one. So it might be complete a party challenge. However, for ease, I will give you the Hundo CPs. So for Lotard, it should be 256. For Clamperl, 544. And for Feebas, 117. Now remember, a 117 for either Feebas or Magikarp can be either a 98 or a Hundo. So if you get it, stop praying, and I'm just going to hope that none of you get a 117 98% shiny, because that could probably make me cry. And as usual, for the equivalent of $1.99, there's going to be a paid timed research for additional research encounters. Now compared to usual event tickets, which I think aren't necessary, the Research Day tickets, I would usually say, are definitely worth the money. So I'm thinking of, say, Solrock and Lunatone. I believe they were $40 for $1.99 for that. Now, when you're talking about 40 encounters at a shiny boost of 1 in 10 odds, I would say that's worth it. So I will be getting that ticket personally. As usual, it's up to your own discretion, but I will be getting that ticket. Whew. So that wraps up another week in Pokemon Go. Subscribe to make sure you keep up to date on Pokemon Go updates. As usual, likes and comments help the channel. And if you want to watch more content from me, click either of the videos showing now. Now let me know if you managed the Research Day Shundo or something else cool, as usual. And as usual, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.